Hello everyone, welcome to a new live stream for the stock market. And this is of course the weekend. We're gonna see of course what's gonna happen in the new week. So please let me know if the audio is working well, just to make sure that you are hearing me good. Welcome everyone. Hello Arcane. Hello. And David Markley, welcome. And Camel Blue, welcome, man. Nice to see you all, guys. Arcane Tesla. Yes, of course, we're gonna move with Tesla with an analysis as well. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. How high can it go before the next fall? Okay, next fall, all right. You sounds very pessimistic. Maybe it's gonna move towards the upside. We're gonna see. So yeah, you're very welcome. Bitcoin, please, is it correlated to Nasdaq? Oh, okay. Bitcoin is of course for the crypto channel, but of course, this question is general. Basically, they can be correlated, but not 100%. Of course not. Yeah. So sometimes it depends on the market and the investors' trust. David Markley, Aka Jackie. I think Jackie, you mean one of the Discord member, right? I think you're Jake, right? And welcome. Anyway, Jake, nice to see you guys. Nice to see you. So let's see what's gonna happen today. I mean tomorrow, next week. Now we're gonna see what we gonna have. Welcome, David, then, or Jackie. Both can work. All right, so we have some nice fundamentals. Well, we all heard, I think, as the news, right? The fundamentals. So, what to watch? Of course, this week we have to, of course, see the earnings season. Right now, it's gonna kick off, of course, for many companies, right? And it's earning reports that we're gonna have for Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, and TSMC as well, same as for Netflix. So that would be very interesting. Those reports, of course, will give us more insights about the performance, right, of the market. We're gonna see some volatility, right, because of it. And of course, we're gonna see what's gonna happen with the major trade war. Of course, now we see the 19 days pause on the new tariffs, right? So we saw a pause for the global tariff, except of course China. We know that China is excluded of this pause. Yeah, and it has of course been risen to 125% for the tariffs. So it might aims for further tension in the market. Nobody knows, and of course it has already led to a rebound lately. This pause, as you can see on Nasdaq, we saw this rebound toward the upside. Of course, due to the pause, it's a little bit like I would not say that the U.S. has lost the war. That's not good to say, but I would say, yeah, it's better to have it. It's better to have it because we were very close. We were very close to a disaster, right? So this yellow line, and it was the right time. Well, that says something, guys. That potentially Trump maybe knows what he is doing, and that because they know exactly they were very close to the destroying level. Okay, and that is a good thing that they did here to rebound and before catching this area. So basically, it sounds good, guys. I would say it sounds promising for the next week. Now, of course, we're gonna check step by step, but yeah, we might still see some volatility. Yeah, the combination of the earning reports and the tension might create more volatility in the next week. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Yeah. All right, so these are the fundamentals. We are still, of course, looking for some tension. Potentially, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Let's move inside the technicals right now. On the 4 days, yeah, let's take the 4 days and see a little bit where are we first. Just to remind you always, yes, so here we go. We are in potential wave 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. We are looking for a wave 4. Potentially it can be finished here, or if we're gonna still have more tension now, in the upcoming week and more volatility, yeah, we might seek for a wave 4 to this area. Now we might shift it to here. And this is what we don't want to have, because this is exactly the recession, yeah, like shifting this wave 4. And that means, of course, directly when you invalidate this impulse, because you are an impulse, basically 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, right? Basically, you don't want to invalidate this impulse. You want to keep it intact. If we hit it, directly the wave 4 is going to shift to this side. Meaning we're going to dive deeper, of course, to finish a wave 4, and then moving later on for a wave 5. So basically, so far, it holded on there, and we saw a rebound. Will this rebound hold or will sustain? So we're going to see on the daily. Now, what the technical says, there is a finished potential structure here, right? There is a potential structure. We finished exactly in the blue box as we want, 100% precision, 1.618. That was very cool, but yeah, we want to see, of course, continuation toward the upside. Now we saw the rebound. It sounds, or it looks like a little bit three-wavy, if you remember in our last analysis. Here we go. So in this area right now, yep, in this area, we're looking at an A, B, and a C toward the upside. Why I don't see an impulse? Because if you have a 1, 2, and you're looking for a wave 3, which is a very volatile wave here, which it might be a wave 3, you're looking for a 4 and a 5, right? This wave 5, first, it doesn't look like 3 waves. It doesn't look like 5 waves. It looks like 3 waves, right? It doesn't look as well like an ending diagonal. Your wave 5 is longer than the wave 3, meaning this wave 5 is questionable, right? It doesn't sound good. Plus, you didn't took the high. We have, of course, kind of like truncation, right? In case it is a wave 5, plus the wave 2 took the 886, meaning very bad start for an impulse. Yeah, this is a problem. Now, does it mean that we are bearish? Are we gonna move for more low prices? Well, not necessarily, guys. It can still be something unfolding like a leading diagonal. And that means in case we have kind of like, if this is gonna be truncated, meaning weak impulse, yeah, it can turn into an A, B, and a C. Okay, so I see it as an impulse for a wave A rather than a wave 1. So if this fits for a wave A, then it's fine. Yeah, I see it, okay, we touched the 886, we didn't took the high perfectly. It is a wave A, right? It's a corrective wave. But if this is a wave A, B, and a C, meaning we have finished a zigzag. So that's the good side of it, where you have finished a zigzag, because a zigzag gives us a hope or a chance, of course, for a wave 1 in a leading diagonal, right? So this is what I am building my bullish scenario on right now, is a wave 1 of a leading diagonal. Meaning, if we have a 1 and then 2, 3, 4, and a 5, somehow like this, we might see, of course, a leading diagonal. And what does it mean now having a wave 2? Meaning, yeah, potentially we might move towards the downside tomorrow. So we have to be careful. Now we see here something not impulsive. I know that it looks like, but it is not. This can be, of course, a wave A, B, and a C for a wave 2, and then, of course, moving for a wave 3. So basically, what I see for tomorrow, still, of course, a little bit lower prices might unfold. Let me check what is this target, the 1-to-1 fib level. Oh, okay, yeah, so yeah, actually we can remove it. Let me remove this. So it's a little bit, we were looking for an A, B, and a C 1-to-1 fib level potentially to test it, to test a retracement, but we saw directly a move inside the box. So we can remove this 1-to-1 fib level. And yep, so here we go. We have a wave 1 and we're looking for a wave 2 potentially. This wave 2 might be a zigzag. Wave C tomorrow might start. and then moving toward the upside. Now, if we analyze a little bit further inside it, I know that it looks also like a leading diagonal inside. Would this be enough as a wave 2? We're gonna see. So what if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5? We have to make sure that it is healthy leading diagonal. So far it looks like, but let's see the wave 1. Is it longer than the wave 3? So wave 3 in diagonal. Here we go. Yeah, it is perfect. It didn't touch the 1-to-1 fib level, so that would be a good indication. First test succeeded. Wave 4, okay, also questionable. It looks like wave 4 very deep for a leading diagonal, but well, 0.618. Okay, still fine. Still fine. It has overshoot a little bit, 0.618, but still fine. Uncommon target for a wave 4. Normally you want to see your wave 4 finishing somewhere here. Yeah, meaning diagonal should be like this, but it's still fine. We did not reach the 1-to-1 fib levels. This is the important thing. Now the final thing is to test is a wave 5. Do we have a healthy wave 5? And yeah, perfect. All right. So we have a perfect wave 5 as well. We did not touch the 1-to-1 fib level. So basically I would say this looks like a healthy leading diagonal. Yeah. Basically, if this is the case scenario, therefore we can label this already as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. One final check is just to see if we have zigzags inside it. That it would be a little bit choppy, okay, but it could be an impulse A, a B, and a C. Correction, impulse, okay, can be also 1, 2. Well, very choppy, but they look like a little bit like zigzags. So I mean, if I want to, it can be here an ending diagonal kind of, yeah, very choppy ending diagonal. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, so that's why it's a little bit hard to get it. But I just want to see the shapes. Yeah, so zigzag, okay, zigzag, correction. This is a zigzag 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, something is unfolding here, but it can be A, B, and a C, then B, then ending diagonal. Okay, so, yeah, possible. So it can be an yeah, A, B, and a C. Okay, so possibly maybe you get an ending diagonal knowing that this did not took the high, but still corrective, and that means it might still moving for higher. So we have to be careful. All right, so this is the idea, guys. If we invalidate this, let me just put the invalidation and the levels to watch. Let's keep the 1-to-1 fib level. If we pass the 1-to-1 fib level, okay, on the opening of the market, invalidation of this leading diagonal. Okay, what does it mean? If we invalidate this, it doesn't mean that we are bullish. Yeah, it means that it has turned into a corrective wave, guys. Yeah. It might be an A, B, C for a wave B. You got an impulse towards the upside, breaking the 1-to-1 fib level, meaning A, B, and a C. Okay, so therefore, continuation towards the downside, meaning the opening might get a little bit higher, invalidation of this leading diagonal, and then dropping down for a for a correction here. Why? Because we are looking potentially, if we are bullish, guys, we would like to see, of course, a 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4, and a 5. That's why. Yeah, so these are now, what is the possibility, therefore? Currently, as it is right now like this, you have your wave 2 here, but I don't trust it. This is a problem. Like, I don't see like a leading diagonal. Let's go bigger. I don't see a leading diagonal in that shape. Okay, it can be, guys, but look how it's gonna be squeezing later on, right? 3, 4, and a 5, okay? However, if this happens, if we see a drop in the market directly, meaning you're finishing a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and 5. So basically, the opening of the market is gonna decide directly what's gonna happen. this week, this Monday, tomorrow, once the market is open, the price action here is gonna decide. If we move higher, we invalidate this leading diagonal. Potentially, we don't have 1, 2, 1, 2 here to see wave 3, 4, and a 5. Plus, if you are in 1, 2, 3, 4 already invalidated. So even if we see higher, that might means you are in an A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, for a wave C. And that means your impulse here might be a wave C, and we're looking at A, B, and a C corrective, and then moving towards the downsides. Blue box and now already hit anyway, but we might hit it again inside it. 1.618 overshooting wave C, yeah, because it can be the wave C can be 1.618 sometimes. And this impulse already not finished. It doesn't look finished. If in case this is a wave 3, let me check the volume, by the way. Oh yeah, highest amount of volume is in your wave 3, right? Highest amount of volume in this area, which is not good. So look, already the volume already give us an answer that this is not an impulse. When you see a very high amount of volume in the wave 1 and then you see lower in the wave 3, that means it's not an impulse, guys, directly. What you would like to see is the opposite. You would like to see high amount of volume here. This is shorter. The wave 1 should be shorter. Plus, in the wave 5, you would like to see high amount of volume higher than the wave 1 but lower than the wave 3. This did not happen. And of course, the volume is a very pretty tool to use for the impulses. So as you can see, basically we might turn then corrective. We might turn, of course, toward the downside. So my expectation, guys, I see a little bit higher potential still for lower prices as opening. But do I say that I'm looking for lower? Then not yet, guys. I would like to see this and then moving towards the upside. Hitting over the blue box would be awesome. Yeah. If we take the 1-to-1 fib level from here till there, of course it depends as well on the market, but look at the confluence. Yeah, the 1-to-1 fib level exactly over the blue box, which is also with a fib level here given before. Yeah, this is a white line, meaning we are looking for a zigzag potentially and then continuation for a wave 3 towards the upside. This is a better leading diagonal would be, of course. Here we go. Wave 4, 3, and a 5. Don't forget the guideline from Elliott wave. It should look nice. Does it look nice here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Of course not. Yeah. Like this, then yeah, it looks nice. Yeah. So this is what I see for the NASDAQ. Of course, we're gonna see the market, what it's gonna decide on the opening. So if we see higher, definitely we're moving down. If we move down a little bit to this area, we might see a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Well, will that finish the impulse? Also possible, guys. Yeah, even very possible that this is a leading diagonal for a wave 5. And that means, of course, this is your wave, still your wave 1 to be finished here. Yeah. And then start the leading diagonal from there. But currently, I'm gonna keep it there. Okay, because of course you need a zigzag, A, B, and a C. Your wave C has to finish there. So we're gonna see, guys. Let's move to the SPX. Will SMH hit all-time high again? I don't know what is SMH. Arcane. We can see what it is. Hi Anton, welcome to the live stream, man. Would be interesting to see update on Alibaba, yes. We can see it as well, of course. Also, Avgo, Broadcom, okay, Palantir, and Nvidia. We're gonna see all of this anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna move with principle, of course, the basics stock market, which are Tesla, Nvidia after SPX. Yeah, And then we can see Palantir, Apple as well is very important. And then we move with some special requests like Alibaba and Avgo and so on. All right, so guys, so on SPX, what do we see on SPX? For the SPX, we are looking, of course, for something a little bit different, but not so much. Well, in the SPX on the daily, we are potentially in 1, 2, 3. We're looking at a wave 4 finished as well, and we're looking for this wave 5. So the wave 4, I would say, yeah, it has hit almost perfectly the fib levels. We are in the 0.5, 0.38 as well. If we are here inside it in 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. This is the thing now that we are looking inside it. So if we are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, your wave 5 is not finished yet. And that means you are in a wave 5 here as 1, 2, 3, 4 did not took the invalidation yet of bearish, and we're looking for a wave 5 towards the downside still. Why? Because if you have 1, 2, 3 an impulse, you would like to hit the invalidation 100%, which we didn't. As you can see, there is a gap. We didn't hit it. And we still potentially looking for lower. Potentially, of course. We're going to see, of course, inside it, what does it mean? Another scenario inside it, what if we have an ABC as well? What if this is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5? What if it is ABC, 3 ways up, and then you're looking for a wave C as 5 ways down? It is the same scenario. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to finish a wave C. Now, the last scenario that it saves this from getting lower towards the yellow line or taking the low, well, it might take the low and move higher. Nobody knows, but is WXY. You would like to see a W, X, and a Y. The wave Y should finish here, to finish a major wave C. In this case scenario, the answer, we get it, of course, inside this area. Inside this area, if we move or we dive a little bit deeper inside it, do we have the same as NASDAQ? Well, it can be, but I don't see it yet. If this is a zigzag, meaning a big wave 1, right? And maybe not finished yet with a wave 5. Because if you're looking here at an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, you're still looking for a wave 5 to be finished. So basically, the SPX should open as well for higher, to finish anyway this move toward the upside. Does this give us a potential bullish scenario? Well, not yet, guys. Not yet. We need, of course, to finish this structure. I need to see 3 corrective waves rather than a huge impulse toward the downside. If we see those 3 corrective waves finishing kind of like a 1, 2 here, therefore I shift, of course, for a potential leading diagonal, right, in, of course, 5 waves. Yeah. And then wave 2, and then moving toward the upside later on. And this is the volatility that I was talking about in the fundamentals. Yeah. We might see a lot of volatility this week, meaning up, down, up, and down. Yeah. And this is exactly the leading diagonal that it might unfold. So basically, if we are looking for higher, you would like to see, of course, one more move toward the upside. Now this wave already looks as well here a leading diagonal. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You're looking at a wave 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah. So potentially, we might see, of course, higher prices on the opening again. Hitting the 1.618 for a wave C, potentially in an A, B, and a C. Yeah. Those are the possibilities. So if we have here an A, B, and a C. Okay. Here we go. Potentially. Well, this is, and another scenario could be, of course, let's lay down the 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 potential leading diagonal. Yeah, after finishing this wave C. Too early to call it. Why? Because of course it depends what we get after it. Yeah, if we get like very strong impulse, If I get like 1, 2, 3, of course, therefore I'm looking directly to take the low because we have already a scenario for it, which is a wave 5 to be finished. Now, it's not necessarily to take the yellow line, the recession. As you can see on the SPX, it is much far than the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ was even closer to the low. In the SPX, we still have some gap. Yeah, so maybe the SPX decides to take the low and then move towards the upside again. Okay, so that was for the SPX. Let's move to Tesla. All right, Tesla. Okay, Tesla, what we are looking at, let me arrange again. Also, yeah, interesting to see the channeling, by the way. There's been a long time we didn't saw the channeling. It's time to see it. Check on it. All right, so in Tesla, we have 1, 2, 3. We are looking for a wave of 4, right, potentially. Now, obviously, we have finished an impulse here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Very clear impulse. Now, with a wave 4, wave 2 is a sideways. Your wave 4 is sharp. Very nice as alternation, right, based on Elliott wave. And we're looking, of course, at a wave 5 extended. Now, you got 3 waves down, 3 waves up, expanding flat for a wave A, ABC for a wave B, and you're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave C, potentially 1.38, 1.618, $50 to $70 as a target. Now, the idea is the channeling. Let's see the channeling. Here we go. How much perfect the price is working with the channels. So if we take this wave 4, in the wave 4, you would like to get out of the corrective channel, right? The corrective channel, so let me explain what is the base channel. This is the base channel first. The base channel is, of course, taken from the wave 1 of your impulse based on the wave 2, okay, in the low. This base channel, of course, you would like to see the wave 3 getting out of the base channel like this, very nice, and then moving toward the downside for a wave 4, hitting the base channel and using it as a support to range a wave 4. Okay, the wave 4 has to range in kind of like a blue channel that you are looking inside, unless if it is a triangle. Triangle normally move inside it like this, A, B, C, D, E. But of course, if you have a typical or basic Elliott wave flats, you should see something like this. So therefore, based on the channels, the channel, the blue channel, the corrective channel that we call it, still suggests potentially to move towards the downside. Now, the base channel is supporting here. It can turn it, of course, into a running flat since you have a wave B overshooting the wave A. And that means expanding flat, and only expanding flat can turn into running flat. And that because, of course, you have overshooting wave B, and you would like to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 failure to take the low, meaning running flat, A, B, and a C, and then moving towards the upside. If we see the price action moving inside the base channel, that is not good at all. Meaning, right now, if this happens and we see the price action getting inside it, a very high potential that you, of course, move to the lower part of the base channel, which is not good at all, which it might turn it into 3 waves up as a wave A, the magenta scenario. You will turn here in 3 waves down as wave B, and potentially, of course, moving again toward the upside. However, of course, before invalidation, we cannot say 100%, but if this happens, there is a possibility that you move for invalidation. Yeah. Basically, I would prefer to see, of course, a running flat, to continue for a wave 5. We're going to see this week. It is a very critical time for Tesla, so we're going to see. On X, we see a lot of Tesla Cybertrucks ads, so I don't know if this is what is planned because we're very close. So yeah, be careful guys. Okay, so sometimes I'm saying because I don't want you to fall in the trap as well. Yeah, at the end. So this is the purpose of the channel. Yeah. So I know we see a lot of ads and a lot of things, but yeah, maybe the things are not real. Yeah. So, and I heard that someone was saying, like experts were saying that Tesla has overpriced, yeah, pricing. Like it is overpriced. Maybe they are right. Maybe they are talking about the ABC here, yeah, and they talking about another ABC rather than an impulse. So yeah, we're gonna see how the things. Now, what we would like to see, by the way, regarding the channeling, you would like to see, of course, a move toward the upside, breaking this channel up as an indication that you are moving for higher. And once you break this, you would like to break again, of course, the acceleration channel. What is the acceleration? It is taken on based on the wave 2 and of course based on the wave 3. So by this you get your acceleration channel, and in the acceleration channel you would like to see a wave 5 entering the acceleration channel 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5, hitting at least the midline of the acceleration as a wave 5. This is what is the acceleration channel. Yeah, so we're gonna see basically it is in a dangerous position. Tesla is in a dangerous position, I would say. It's not looking pretty cool, all right? Like Nvidia, for example, or yeah, other stock market that might rebound. And don't forget, based on Elliott wave, we let's move inside it. The last wave, you are still in an impulse. Okay, this is the idea. You're still in an impulse 1 2 1 2. You're looking inside the wave 3 at double 1 2 3 4 and a 5 4 and a 5. Your wave 5 is finishing potentially as an ending diagonal, meaning right now if you are looking for higher in this area, you're looking here already to a zigzag wave 1 and then potentially ABC for wave 2 3 4 and a 5. All techs are overpriced as per price PE. I think fundamentals. You mean okay? Yes, Anton. I mean, not all of them. Let's not major all of them, but basically Tesla shows a little bit. Yeah, it is dangerous a little bit. The pattern of it is dangerous. It's showing something potential for lower. Especially the Max 7. I don't know what is Max 7, but we can check. Okay. So, basically this is for Tesla. We're looking still potentially towards the downside. Let's move a little bit inside it. Inside this area, do we have an impulse? Definitely not. Yeah, definitely not. Your only impulse that you have is after an A here, where you got an A, or potentially A, B, you have an impulse for a wave C. Yeah. Because you don't have a 1 2 here. Now, if this is gonna be considered as an impulse, this part here as 1 2, well, it's not nice impulse, definitely, right? It's a 15-minute chart here. And yeah, you don't like to see, of course, and if it is a wave 1, look at the wave 2 time is too much regarding the wave 1, right? You would like to see faster wave 2, like 1 2 3 4 and a 5 without invalidation. In this area you got anyway invalidation, meaning no impulse, and your only impulse is exactly in this area. Now the invalidation of higher prices is this part here. So invalidation of bullish, meaning if the price action moved toward the downside, hitting this price before moving for the high, yeah, then you're looking simply for lower to take the low again. Yeah, so this is the idea. So in Tesla right now we're looking at an A, B, and a C. Your wave C still need one more leg toward the upside. Invalidation 236. With this ABC, you're gonna finish, of course, a big wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for an ending diagonal. Here we go. All right, that was for Tesla. Let's jump to NVIDIA. Let me just arrange everything for the next time. Here we go. All right, so NVIDIA. All right, so NVIDIA, basically NVIDIA looks in a better condition than Tesla, definitely. Don't forget it's a chip company. And don't forget that the latest fundamentals and the news that the tariffs are posed or maybe even less than before, of course, on the chips. So that might bring it for higher prices this week. Yeah. So fundamentally, this for NVIDIA, it looks promising, right? So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 and 2, 3, 4 and a 5. Wave 3 finished, 4 and a 5. Meaning we have finished wave 3 in the orange. We're looking for a wave 4 in the orange. Now, as you can see, the wave 2 in the orange is very fast and very sharp. Based on alternation, you would like to see a flat, because definitely this is a sharp zigzag. A, B, and a C, right? Flat, sideways, perfect alternation. Based on the fib levels, we have hit already the 0.38. Yeah. So don't forget we are on the logarithmic chart, guys. So if we remove the logarithmic, this is what you get. Okay, you have a 1, 2 very shallow here. That's why I love logarithmic charts. All right, so on the logarithmic chart, of course, you have exactly this 0.23, 0.38, and we are looking, of course, for potential higher prices for Tesla, for NVIDIA, sorry. So we could expect a very long wave for how long? Orange. Very long wave for, you mean in time? Yes, you can expect in time, but I see it a finished wave 4, to be honest. I see it finished. Why? Because let's move inside it, by the way. Inside this wave 4, what you are looking at? You're looking at 3 waves down and ABC toward the upside for the wave B. Yeah. So you have finished kind of like 3 waves toward the upside. Yes. Yes, Anton. We might, yeah, possibly. Well, why I don't see it so much in time? Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you are moving in time, you would like to see a triangle, at least running triangle. Running triangle is an A, B, your wave B overshooting wave A. That's why it's called running triangle. A, B, C. You got invalidation. Yeah. Once you get the wave C lower than the wave A, it is invalidated. Yeah, so I don't see much more time for it. I think I'm looking for higher in NVIDIA. 3 ways down, 3 ways up, and then you're looking at a very choppy wave, very, very choppy wave, right? If we want to separate this, now we have, of course, two potential scenarios. You can say your wave B is here, and you're looking for something like potential ending diagonal, but I don't like it because your wave 5 is longer than wave C. Sorry, longer than wave 3. Meaning this wave C is questionable. I prefer to remove it, to be honest, and stay or keep it up with the WXNY. Now WXNY, your wave X can be finished here as A, B, and a C. This is an impulse for the wave C. Potentially, you're looking here at the following pattern: A, B, and a C, yeah, and then A, B, and a C for a zigzag, X as a bridge in between. Normally, I don't like to see as well WX and a Y or double zigzag in a wave Y. I prefer to see like simple flats, for example, or zigzags. But yeah, what can I say about this? Yeah, it's a very, very choppy one. And this leg is longer than this one. And once you get this, you cannot call a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 even for an ending diagonal, unfortunately. So definitely it is a complex structure. Okay. Now, what are the potential for one more leg toward the downside is, of course, having a wave X exactly here. Okay. And you're looking at the following scenario: A, B, and a C. A, B, you're looking for one more leg for a zigzag, and then an X in between. Higher potential, based on the fundamentals, are a little bit looking for higher prices. Now, let's see, of course, inside it, what to expect. Do we have an impulse? Definitely not. Definitely not. And that because, of course, you are, if you have an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, invalidation of this scenario, right? Let me check the volume. Yep, here we go. Already the volume gives you an answer. Now, it gives you a very high amount of volume here. Why? Because possibly that you finished a structure here, meaning the big structure, WXY or a wave Y, has finished here. Yeah, this is a potential. Anton, okay, good. So we're up for wave 5. Yes, potentially. Yes. Looks like safe trade here would be to target 122 and then see if we go corrective again up. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna see, of course, the next target. As you can see, higher amount of volume on the last leg, right? Exactly, also on the daily. Yeah, so very nice indication, meaning that we have potentially bottomed for NVIDIA, guys, and the volume is moving down, meaning you want to see a reversal. This is what does it mean, guys. Now, in the 1 hour chart, what we are looking at is the same. It's the same thing like NASDAQ, like SPX, potential leading diagonal in a zigzag, and you're still looking for one more move toward the upside to finish a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, this is a potential scenario. I would like to see, of course, the wave 5 extended, by the way. You might have an extended wave 5 for NVIDIA. Be careful. Yeah. So, yeah, very possible. All right. You might see very extended wave 5, meaning A, B, and a C, and yeah, potentially even 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5 continuation simply toward the upside. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. NVIDIA, let's see. The blue box is in target. The 1-to-1 fib level already hit, but I still see, of course, higher. At least the 1.27, 121, 130 even. Yeah. And okay, this is going to be a corrective wave 1, and then 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So basically, it's going to be a very large, it can be a very large leading diagonal. Somehow like that. Okay, the path, here we go. We're looking potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This is a scenario, guys. Scenario that we move towards the downside also after this one more leg is also possible. Don't forget that you still have potentially wave Y that it can shift to here. Yeah. Yep, so this was for NVIDIA. If we see, of course, impulse, very strong impulse like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, consider a wave Y. But I believe even if we move down, this is the last drop for NVIDIA. You are in the blue box, 1.38, 1.618. Yep, so this was for NVIDIA, guys. Let's move to something else. Let's see, of course, we did Tesla, we did NVIDIA. Let's see Palantir. Okay. Where is Palantir? It has been a long time since my trip. Also, I didn't look at Palantir. Let's see what do we have. So in a bigger view, let me just refresh my memory. Okay, on the daily. Here we go. All right. What do we have? We have an A, B, and a C potentially toward the upside. It can be a wave C or it can be a wave 1 as well. I'm going to explain. So if you have start here in A, and by the way, it looks like an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but you took directly the low, meaning invalidation, and this might turn in A, B, and a C. However, impulse and then impulse and then impulse. Yeah, so definitely this market has found psychology or started a psychology several times. It has started positively, something bad happened, it took the low, and then something good happened again. It moves impulsively toward the upside, right? Unless you want to consider this as a zigzag, W, X, and a Y, or zigzag, and it can be three waves as well, W, X, and Y, but I don't see it. I see a perfect impulse, to be honest, and then you're moving towards the upside again with a perfect impulse. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, several 1, 2s you have here, and then you're moving, of course, for higher. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the gray, finished wave 3, 4, and a 5. So currently, you are in a wave 4 in the yellow, and potentially it looks like we are in the blue zone. We had this before. Okay, I see what's going on. Rectangle, go there, please. Here we go, in the 4 hour. Here we go. So this rectangle should be here. So we were looking for the 0.38, 0.23 already hit, and that's why we set our blue box into the 0.38. However, it has missed it. It didn't touch it 100%. Let me look. So it didn't touch it 100%, but it has touched one fib level we were giving here, all right, for the zigzag, which is the minimum uncommon. Well, it's not nice, but not nice. I mean, it's tricky, yeah. Your common target is 1 to 1 fib level. We were looking for A, B, and a C, but it has touched the uncommon target and retraced toward the upside. I would say Palantir is moving for higher as well. Okay. Let's move inside it. We have definitely the same. We have definitely the same thing. We have invalidation of an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, interfering, meaning no impulse, only ABC zigzag, even still looking for one more leg. Same thing again. Or the whole market looks like is having the same pattern right now. Still looking for higher a little bit. What is that? Okay, I think I'm gonna remove this. Yeah, still have the same pattern for the whole market, which it might be, of course, a formation of a leading diagonal. If we are positive, still be careful, guys. Of course, if we are positive, still on the news, as we heard right now. Yeah, so, yeah, preferably, I wish that this news came up, by the way, tomorrow, for example, and not during the weekend. Preferably, because if it comes during the market opening, that would be much more effective. But yeah, we're gonna see tomorrow. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. One more leg toward the upside with the opening potentially, and then moving down again. And of course, volatility in a leading diagonal. Wave 2, and then 3, 4, 5 towards the upside. Potentially, a new market will start as bullish. Yep, so that was for Palantir. Yeah, 0.618 hit already. We can say we have bottomed. Yeah, unless this turned into three ways up and then impulsive toward the downside, and that means W, X, and a Y, three ways down, up, and three ways down, W, X, and Y. But very high, very far possibility. All right, guys. So, yep. So this was for Palantir. Let's do some special requests. What do we have, guys? So we have, let's see, Arcane, Tesla, we did it. Nasdaq, we did it. Bitcoin, we answered. SMH. Okay, SMH. What is SMH? Nasdaq, Vanek, semiconductor. Okay. All right, let's take a look. Daily would be enough, I think. Oh, it's a big one. All right, okay. Three waves down and moving towards the upside. Psychology found. 1, 2, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 3. Okay, yeah, this is what you're looking at. You have already 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You finished here a wave 1, meaning you have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3. You are currently in a wave 4. Here we go, in the white. All right, so basically, if you're looking for a wave 4 here, you would like to hit the 0.23. Did you hit it? Let's see. Yep, you already hit it. Timing. Perfect timing. Okay, you hit it in a perfect time. So I would say very high potential to move for higher. Let's check first the structure. What do we have as structures? Do you have a finished wave C here? So after your wave 3, you have an A, B, and a C, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it invalidated? No, perfect. So as you can see, your wave 1 did not hit, your wave 4 did not interfere, meaning you finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're moving towards the upside with same pattern. I'm not gonna repeat it, of course. It is the same pattern for all the market right now, okay? So let's put this into a daily group, daily, all right? That was for SMH. You're looking, of course, for higher. If you want a target, let's give it a target and move to something new. All right, your target is, you are in wave 1. Okay, that might be a very strong target, or it can be very low. So be careful, because you have an extended wave 1, 2, wave 3 shorter, you might have a short wave 5. Okay, and that means, let's check, wave 5 over 1. Okay, yeah, you might have potentially 1000. That's too much also. Let's check the not logarithmic. Here we go. This is my aim. All right, this is the wave 5 on the linear. 341 or 322 with a wave 5 potentially. All right, let's see next. What do we have? Avgo from Anton and Alibaba. Okay, let's do one after the other. So Avgo and Nasdaq. Okay. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You are in a wave 5. So 1, 2. I'm gonna come back to this wave 2. I don't like it so much, but I think WXY. 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Okay, I think this is a wave 3. Here we go. 4, 4, and a 5. Not finished yet. Your wave 3 is a very extended wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. A, B, C for a wave 4, but extended wave 1. This is what I was talking about SMH, the chart before this one. You might have an extended wave 1, wave 3 shorter than wave 1. Your wave 5 should be shorter than your wave 3. So you might have the same. Wave 1, 2, I just want to check this because it's not allowed a wave 2 to be a triangle. And it looks like here, perfect triangle actually. But it can be something else. Definitely there is a triangle, A, B, C, D, and a E, no invalidation. Okay. All right, it's a W, X, and a Y basically, but this is Y in triangle, W, X, and a Y. Okay, yeah, it can be, so perfect. All right, because in this case, I have to call a wave B here. That's why I was checking, double checking, because it's not allowed to have a wave 2 in a triangle. When you have triangle, meaning you are A, B, and a C. But yeah, anyway, it cannot be a wave C. It's very extended, but yeah, better to double check. So you have inside your wave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish a wave 5. Okay, here we go. This is a wave 4 based on a wave 2. Okay, so we're gonna see exactly here. All right, let's check also the timing. All right. Well, you did not reach the perfect time yet. Okay, you're still gonna range for a longer time in this area to hit. You hit already the targets, but I believe you didn't finish yet this correction. You might have an impulse A, B, and a C as a zigzag. Let's move inside it for this wave. Okay, 1, A, B, C for a wave 2, 1, 2 again, and then 3, 4 invalidation. Yes. Okay. Yes, invalidated. Okay, so you have a corrective wave then. A, B, and a C. Is this 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5? Yes. Okay, here we go. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Here, you don't have any kind of invalidation. Here we go. This is your wave 4, not invalidated, and you have an A, B, and a C. Okay, so in white. All right. In that case scenario, you finish 3 waves toward the downside. Is it enough? I mean, it is a 3 corrective wave for a wave 4. You would think, okay, but it is 3 waves, finished correction. Basically, it is not enough. Basically, it is not. Because it's a wave 4, don't forget. And a wave 4 should be minimum, not minimum. I would say, well, perfectly, it would be at least the same time of a wave 2. Preferably double time even. Preferably double time, meaning even until here. And that means, of course, you might still range in this area. And for me, this sounds like a potential triangle, by the way. It sounds like a potential triangle, okay? Because the timing required for this, and with this fast move, normally a triangle starts with a very sharp and fast move for a wave A, and then B, C, D, and E, and then moving toward the upside. So it starts to cool down, right? And then correction, it's called correction. So it cool down the price and then moving for higher. Yes, okay. This is SMH includes all chip makers like NVIDIA. Yes. Oh, okay. Thank you, Arcane. Very interesting. Thank you, man. Avgo and LLY, if possible. Okay, let's finish the first one first, and then we move to LLI. Yes, sure, with pleasure, man. We still have Alibaba, right? Because I write it on the list here in front of me. Okay, and that's a classic playbook for long. Yes, at least this is local setup. Yes, yes, very, very nice. Okay, guys, so that was for Avgo. Right, so Broadcom, it's called Broadcom. Okay, is it China? No, it is Nasdaq. Okay, all right. Yeah, let's label this in case you ask for it later. We find it very faster. All right. Next is Alibaba, right? It's also has been a long time. I didn't look at it. Ooh, wow. Nobody told me, guys, that the invalidation was taken for Alibaba. Okay, yeah, invalidation. Wow. Okay, so yeah, all these are gone, guys. Yeah, so all the 1, 2, 1, 2s are gone, so we have to move on with our bearish scenario, which is the magenta already there for wave B. Okay, let's clean up, guys. Let's clean up. Okay, invalidation taken, meaning, of course, we need to reassess here what's going on. Yeah, Alibaba got very much down on the tariff news. Okay, yeah, I see it. Yeah. That's, yeah. I was very bullish on it, but yeah, the tariffs are really incredible news. Yeah, how I forgot it. I mean, of course it's gonna be damage, of course. Yep. All right. Avgo is a part of SMH. Okay, cool, great to know as well. All right. So what do we have? How we can read this right now? How we can read it. Okay, let's take a look a little bit in the history. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse wave A, B, C, Wave B, you have another potential impulse. Is it an impulse? Yeah, but not anymore. Yeah, not anymore. So this has to also be removed. Basically, we have finished here. I would call it WX and Y. Yeah, very likely. And here we go. W, X, and a Y, meaning let's see how this is gonna work as W, X, and a Y. Potential zigzag here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like an impulse even. 3 ways down, 3 ways up. But anyway, if we want to say 1 and wave 2, that is a very, very long wave 2. That's impossible. And that means, of course, we are in a possible bigger correction here as a W, X, and a Y finished, and you look for still continuation for lower. Yeah. A, B, and a C. By the way, I'm not sure if I mean Alibaba is a very big company, right, in China. But there are also many new Chinese companies that they are raising in the market. For example, in Europe, I'm talking about Germany because I'm in Germany. For example, what we get from China is something called Temu, right? Temu, Temu. And this is kind of like a replacement of Alibaba in Europe. So I'm not sure if this is also yeah, affecting Alibaba because um, what happens here, I'm not sure if it's gonna recover because guys like 1 2 1 2 1 2, it's too much, right? We have a small 1 2 1 2 and then another. That's when you see 4 1 2s, that's definitely impossible. Well, if you see 3, it's still fine, but a fourth one is not good. Yeah, definitely corrective. And that means, of course, we might move towards the downside. Yep. Alibaba has a risk of being delisted in US as well, even though it has primarily domestic sales in China. So fundamentally doing well. All right, yes. I mean, yeah. Based on what you say, then okay, it's good that's still surviving, yes. So basically it might move towards the downside. We might take the low, guys. Yeah, so we have to be careful with it. Yeah. Next, let's focus a little bit more on Nasdaq, guys, and not so much on Chinese market. Okay, so LLY, is it Nasdaq? LLY? Yes. New York. All right. Okay, so LLY, what do we have here? Okay. 2 weeks then. All right, this is a full. Wow, it's a very long, wow, from the 70s. Nice. Okay. Eli Lilly. Okay. Eli Lilly. Okay, and company. All right. Okay, so what do we have? Now, psychology found definitely in this area. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leading diagonal. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, and a 5. Very nice impulse. Okay. Another correction, and then you have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, finish potentially. 4 and a 5. Okay. It's a big pharma. Okay, good, Anton. Thank you, bro. All right, so what we're looking here at is the following. So we have potentially two scenarios. You have a big wave 1, 2, and then 3, potentially 4 and a 5. This is a white, or let's put it in brackets. And another scenario is 3 waves to the upside. So potential A, B, and a C. C here. Okay. For this one, yeah, let's put it in the, here we go, pink, and then micro as well. So basically, you're looking for two scenarios, but potentially you still have, of course, one more move towards the upside. Yeah. Before talking about ABC. Yeah. And that because if you take the fib levels taken from the 1 to the 2 here, there we go, and we get a wave 3, you see you did not reach even the 1.27 yet. If you set the 1-to-1 fib level, here we go, you're very close to the 1-to-1 fib level, which is still can be taken after this wave 4 and a 5. If this, of course, retrace from a 1-to-1 fib level, meaning you finished an AB and a C, a huge ABC, okay, zigzag, and then you're moving a little bit correctively, okay, to be reanalyzed, of course. Your wave 4 targets are the following. Let's take it and let's move inside it a little bit. Here we go. Yeah, perfect. All right, so this is your wave 4. Let's take the fib time as well for your wave 2. Here we go. You did not reach even fib time or fib level as well. Okay, so you're still, of course, corrective, and you're still looking for, potentially you are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, correction 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Or it can be, of course, ABC and then ABC, kind of like this. Okay. These are the potential for the scenario. So you're still looking for lower. Let's move inside it a little bit to see what is that. So definitely it is an impulse. Yeah, here we go. We have 1, 2. Yes. Is it the high? No, here there is the high. Okay, you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave A, meaning you are in A, B, and a C, okay, potentially, or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, don't forget that. And if you have an A, B, C, your wave C is not finished yet. You're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Let's see the confluence of targets. If we, all right, I think you already reach it. But let's check. Zigzag. Yes, as I mentioned, you already reached the 1-to-1 fib level, and potentially not finished yet, even if you reach it. But you still need one more leg. You need to see 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And potentially 4, 5, 4, 5. Why? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, your wave 5 is 1, 2, 3, triangle. Yeah. 4 as a triangle, and you're still looking for one more leg, then one more leg as a wave C. Okay, basically this target can be, of course, by simply taking the low. Be careful. Yeah, this wave 5 can simply take the low and not really overshooting. Yeah, so after this you're looking for other 3 waves. Don't forget that also it might turn in 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, also possible because you have an impulse here. But if you finish here, 3 ways down, 3 ways up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, finishing perfectly with the time. Okay, so that was for LLY. Okay, so if we don't have any other special requests, guys, I want to wish you to have a nice start for the week tomorrow, and thank you for watching. And trade safe always. See you in the next one. Bye bye.